I tell you, this federal appeals court ruling against SeaWorld really has the Budman up in arms, and you ought to be very concerned about this because of the ramifications of this ruling potentially for not only businesses like SeaWorld, but for businesses almost anywhere in which there is some risk involved to the employees. Basically, the ruling lined up with what the federal government has been saying about SeaWorld and ordered SeaWorld to keep the trainers out of the water with the killer whales. And they've been out of the water ever since the tragic drowning death of trainer Dawn Brancheau 4 years ago at SeaWorld here in Orlando. And we've talked a lot about that. But basically, here's the deal. You've got the federal government now backed up by the courts telling a privately owned business, SeaWorld, how to run their business, saying it's not safe to have the trainers in the water with the whales, as they were for so many years. And the attraction, the SeaWorld killer whale show is not nearly as compelling and appealing when you don't have the trainers in the water riding on the back fins and being thrown up in the air off the nose of the great killer whales. And you have the federal government telling a private business how to run their business, that it's not safe. Well, wait a minute. Everyone at SeaWorld has signed on to whatever risks are involved. All the trainers, and Dawn Brancheau would be among them, all of them, to a person, want to be in the water with the killer whales. They love these animals. That's the way they want to do the show. And if everyone signs on to it and the business is not forcing the employees to do something that is dangerous, the federal government needs to butt out. What's next? The federal government ordering the National Football League to stop tackling, putting a speed limit on NASCAR vehicles? Is this the end for circuses? Is this the end for the human circus, Cirque du Soleil, because of the risk involved? Think about the ramifications of this SeaWorld ruling. I hope SeaWorld appeals this all the way to the United States Supreme Court. And if they do, I think it'll be a close call. But if justice is to be done, the High Court would rule in favor of SeaWorld and the right of a private business to run that business the way it wants, as long as the employees are fine with the working conditions, as they are at SeaWorld. That's what I think. What do you think? Join me for the next edition of Buttheadinger Live right here on News Radio 102.5 WFLA, and I'll look for you then.